Hey everyone, this is Christine, also known as Back to Basics Chris on Instagram. Today I would like to show you my new weekly spread and tell you a little bit about how it came to look as it does. See, everything with the bullet journal is, for most of us, a matter of work in progress. So definitely goes the same definitely goes with the weekly spread. This is my monthly spread, but before my weekly spreads were looking like this. And because it's a work in progress, I always do a review from week to week, setting up the new week on what's working and what's not. This has been my go-to spread for several months. I was just finding that I was working more and more in my to-do pool, I call it. So I really wanted to take that and develop it even more. I did that in what I call my post-it spread. I can show you a basic one. This is a basic post-it spread for me. The name, of course, it looks like post-its, but here I have my to-do pool now. It's divided into categories, the categories that I know I'll be working through during the week. And it's just to help me stay focused, but also have a current overview of where I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. And it really helps me to have that smack in the middle of the page. Now I wanted to move this, my top 3 priorities, with me as well, because I'm using that more and more. And of course, if there are any appointments, I bullet them in. Now, gorgeous spread, really working well. I had a little problem though. My habit tracker, my advanced habit tracker, was on a totally different page because it is advanced, so it takes up a lot of room. But I needed it in my weekly spread because when it's over here, I just find myself not using it as much. It's just the same as when I used the monthly habit tracker, just having to flip back and forth, maybe not use it. So what to do? I kind of thought about this for a while, and then I decided to try the Dutch door. Now, I did this because I've really been drawn to all-inclusive spreads on Instagram, but still because my habit tracker needs a lot of space, I just couldn't fit it into my post-it spread. So I thought maybe a Dutch door would do the trick. And it seems to be working out quite well. I actually didn't think that I would like the Dutch door, mainly because you have to cut in your bullet journal. But I got around that with actually just taping it in. There's tape here, so I don't have to cut in it. The reason this is squared is because I made an awful spread underneath, so I covered it up with some other paper. So that's why this is squared. I don't know if you know it. I just googled it, why it's called a Dutch door. A Dutch door in interior design is a door that you can open and close halfway, but normally it's like horizontally. But I prefer everything in vertical, so I'm making my Dutch door in vertical style. Now this was my first Dutch door. You can see I'm actually filling in my habit tracker, and I really love having it smack in the middle of my weekly spread. You're hearing me say smack in the middle quite a lot, but that's because that's just how I work best. Now I've added some new things into my weekly spread. I'll just go to show you what I've been adding. Also, this post-it spread, you can see I've been creating some variations. This isn't filled out yet, just sketched. This I did for you guys so you can see how I'm going to be using it from now on. I made a smaller Dutch door and I shrinked my habit tracker so it actually has everything still. It has all the times based on my ideal daily routine, and it has my miracle morning and my miracle evening, my practical stuff, my work day, and my social media. Everything is actually squeezed into this. Now I made the Dutch door slimmer because in this way I can actually see my days while using the Dutch door. The categories, they're the same. I have random stuff. I have a course I'm taking in personal efficiency. It's right here. I have my blog. I have Instagram. And I have YouTube and my food. You know, just what's for dinner posted. I also have my top 3 priorities. And my weekend is still just squished together in one because I actually don't want a lot of room to write during the weekend because I need to relax. I've made some room here for my weekly quote and my 3 affirmations, so they will go in here. So during my miracle morning, I can look at my affirmations and my quote and just do a bit of visualization and reflecting upon that. See, this is a sleep and productivity tracker that I've borrowed from Bujo Study. I'm really liking it because as a part of my version of the self-care in September challenge, I really need to get more sleep. So here I'll be able to track and see if there are any sort of connections between how much I sleep and how productive I am during the day. You can see over here that I'm actually filling it out. And it's looking pretty good. It's been a productive week so far. I'm loving that. Now, I'm just taking a moment to make sure I have everything that I wanted to share with you. So, that's my weekly. And of course, I have bullets, and I also use my other bullets in my post-its. I'm just using the basic ones here for tasks, appointments, and events. And then I have some symbols I use, and then I highlight certain times I have to be somewhere. Now I have everything that I need. My post-its, my to-do pool, my appointments, and my habit tracker in one freaking spread. I'm just very impressed by myself. I am really loving this. Now to my weekly spread, I also have, that's why I have this washi tape so I can find it, something I call my weekly diary. It's looking like this. I'm not really that much of a journalist, but if I put it as a weekly goal instead of a daily goal, I actually get it done. So I've presented this in my setup for September video, so if you want to know what it's all about, you can go there. This is for last week. I wasn't really using all this space, so I made it into a different one. Yes, I'm not done. Just focusing on self-care, because I'm definitely, it's not realizing because you know, but I'm feeling it right now, that the more I take care of myself, the more productive I am. And it actually goes the other way. The more productive that I am, the more I feel like I'm allowed to treat myself and take care of myself without feeling, guilty or having a bad conscience while doing it. So that's my weekly. Of course, during the week, I also have over here with the pink washi my self-care in September challenge that I'm hosting. And so many of you are joining and doing excellent work. Good for you. I also have that as a weekly, where I just write down whatever we're doing. It's going really well as well. This is today, silencing the inner critic. I'm finding that a bit hard actually. So it's blank still, but just taking time to reflect, and I am sure I will fill it in when my thoughts settle on the 5 sentences that I'm going to be using. Last but not least, I would like to show you something quite new I've just done. I have moved. I did it on a separate paper, so I cut it and I glued it into my bullet journal. This is my 31 days of travel doodles challenge from August. Also by Bujo Study. I really like her. It turned out so awesome that I wanted it in my bullet journal. It was a bit daunting though to cut it and glue it in, but I think it turned out quite well. So now I can always look at it because I put a lot of hours and effort into it and a lot of color. Yesterday I made this currently reading tracker. I read many books at a time, and I actually found it a bit overwhelming at times, trying to just remember what am I reading, where am I at in the different books. So spread, now I don't have to remember it. Now my bullet journal remembers it for me. And the books I'm reading, it's for work, and some are for the education I'm taking right now, and some are also for personal development. This is something quite new. This is a book, an ebook by Shelby Abrahamson, I think her last name is. It's a book that I'm going to be reviewing on my blog. It's called Capture Your Creativity. It's awesome, and I'm really looking forward to doing that review. So, if you have any questions, you can put them in the question or the comment box below. And that was my weekly spread. Thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you.